That name might mean something to some of you, but it probably doesn't mean anything to most of you. Bill Buckner was a Major League Baseball player. He played during the 80s, played for the Boston Red Sox. But Bill Buckner was a really, really good baseball player. In fact, he was so good that he was awarded the Golden Glove Award numerous times. Now, the Golden Glove Award is an award that's given to baseball players that are really, in fact, that are exceptional at catching a baseball. And Bill Buckner was exceptional. If you hit a ball anywhere near him, he would catch it. Except on one infamous night in 1986 in the World Series, bottom of the ninth. The opposing batter came from the New York Mets to the plate and hit a ball. It went straight towards Bill Buckner. And at that moment, doubt crept into his mind. And he allowed doubt to have its way with his confidence. Bill had caught thousands of ground balls in his career, but not one quite this important. See, if he makes this catch, the Boston Red Sox go on to win the World Series, a feat they hadn't done in 65 years. And so he bent his knees, he put his glove down, and the ball rolled right through his legs. The Boston Red Sox went on to lose the game, and they went on to lose the World Series. Bill Buckner allowed doubt to have its way with his confidence. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, judges, and anyone out there who's ever allowed doubt to have its way with your confidence, the key there is you're to blame because you allowed it to happen. I'm an investment advisor by trade. I've been doing this now for 20 years. That is, I help billionaires turn into millionaires. And as I said, I've been doing this for 20 years. I can see this lady, she's making a calculation. My God, he doesn't look a day over 25. Right. 3 years into my career, I was being trained by a very seasoned investment advisor who had been assigned a task to present to a very important prospect. And I was sort of his assistant. I helped him prepare a presentation, and we rehearsed that presentation at least 50 times. Finally, the day came where we had to present to the important client who lived in the Dominican Republic. We flew over there. We checked into the hotel, had dinner. He had the fish, I had the steak. We went back to the hotel room and rehearsed one more time. Bid each other good night. Around 5 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call from what sounded like an audition to The Walking Dead. It sounded something like this. It was my mentor. Apparently, the fish that he had eaten the night before just didn't mesh well with his stomach, and he had been throwing up the entire night. But I was able to make out that he told me he spoke with his supervisor. They both agreed he just wasn't ready to go on and do the presentation, but they also agreed that I was prepared. And you know what? They were right. I was a part of each and every one of those 50 rehearsals, including the one done the night before. And so empowered with their confidence, their vote of confidence, and putting on my Superman socks, I headed out the door and I walked into that waiting room. The moment I walked into the waiting room, I knew I was outdone. These guys were more experienced than I was. They had the salt and pepper hair, the congressional blue suit, the white crispy shirt with the Apollo red tie. You guys know the kind I'm talking about, right? Suddenly, doubt crept into my mind and began to have its way with my confidence. The confidence I had just been empowered with a few minutes ago. And I thought to myself, what if I go in there and I stumble? What if I go in and I forget my words? What if I go in there and I embarrass myself? I was nervous. I sat down and I said, I got to find a serene place. I closed my eyes. And for some inexplicable reason, my mind took me back to 5th grade. Now in 5th grade, there was this girl named Mary. And Mary was a knockout. And I desperately wanted to meet her. She was a transfer student. She'd come from another school towards the tail end of the year. And I just didn't have the courage to go and introduce myself to her, but somebody told me she loved dancing. And it was the tail of the school year, and I figured, you know what? There's the year-end school dance. That's where I'll meet her. I'll meet her on the dance floor. Problem is, I didn't know how to dance. But I decided that I wasn't going to let that stop. So I watched every dancing movie, every dancing show that I could. I watched West Side Story. Maria! I watched Little Grease. And to get my groove on, of course, I had to watch some Soul Train. And the day came and I was ready. And I wanted Mary to walk into the dance floor, and then she did, and I saw her, and I was gonna go there and show my moves. But then, this guy walked up to me, and I immediately knew I was outgunned. This guy was more experienced than I. He must have been in junior high school. He had the long hair, the loose fitting clothes, and he had swag. He had swag, and he took her out, and he danced, and suddenly doubt crept into my mind and began to have its way with my confidence. And I sat there, and I thought, what if I get on that dance floor and I stumble? What if I get on that dance floor and I forget my moves? What if I get on that dance floor and I embarrass myself? And I sat there, and I watched Mary Knight dance the entire night away. That summer she moved. I never got a chance to show her skills. Mr. Noisom, Mr. Noisom, I opened up my eyes and I was back in that waiting room. Mr. Noisom, they're ready for you now. I stood up, buttoned my jacket, I straightened out my tie, and I made the decision to not allow my doubts to have way with my confidence. And I said, let's dance, Mary. This contest.
There will be a period of silence for the judges to complete their ballots. Okay. Judges, have you completed your ballots? If you would, judges, complete your ballots. Please sign them. Judges, an unsigned ballot cannot be counted, so please sign them. Provide them for collection by the ballot counters. If you're a judge, look for the ballot counters. Where are the ballot counters? If you're a ballot counter, raise your hand. If you're not a ballot counter, don't raise your hand.